As educators, we constantly strive to prepare our students for the real world that exists around them. There is no doubt that there is a significant emphasis on teaching them how to read, write, and calculate, but there are the less tangible skills we teach, such as how to work in a team, think critically, and be curious about the things we encounter each day. I am a non-teaching deputy principal at a Catholic primary school in Upper Hutt. We cater for approximately 400 students who come to us with a variety of individual learning needs from varying socio-economic status and from a very diverse range of ethnic groups. Our teaching staff is also very diverse, with a range of teaching experience spanning from 9 months to 35 years, including a group of staff who have worked together at the same school for over 25 years. As a school, we want to prepare our students to lead productive and successful lives once they leave us and continue their learning journeys towards adulthood. But what lies ahead for our students in the future? Speaking with the staff members working at St. Joseph's School 25 years ago, they never believed that so much of our world would be based on computers and technology as it is now. They had little idea of the skills that would be needed in today's job market, yet they had to do their best to prepare their students for the world anyhow. Nowadays, educators are still charged with the same complicated task, preparing students for the unknown world that many authors refer to as the knowledge society. In the book titled Catching the Knowledge Wave, Jane Gilbert argues that the current education system is ill-prepared for the challenges posed by the knowledge society. She believes that the structure of our education system, its organising principles, and the assumptions that underlie it are designed to support an industrial age society that we no longer live in. In the report published by the Ministry of Education titled Future Focused Learning in Connected Communities, the reference group suggests that our young people need to be digitally competent so they can participate successfully in a modern economy and society, support their families, and contribute to the wider community. The report lists a series of priorities and recommendations to create confident, connected, lifelong learners, which include statements like the need for commitment in meeting the needs of 21st century learners by preparing them with the knowledge, skills, and digital competencies to actively participate in New Zealand's rapidly changing 21st century economy and society. Gilbert and Bull claim that while there is a great deal of talk about 21st century learners' needs and how best to meet these needs, there is very little discussion of what 21st century or future-oriented teachers look like, or how today's teachers might become future-oriented. So how then? Are the teachers who work in New Zealand schools, like my very own, supposed to equip their learners with 21st century skills and digital competencies when a large proportion of the teachers in our classrooms went to school and learnt their trade as teachers based around 20th century or industrial age school methodology? As a leader within a school who is responsible for developing the strategic plan and forecasting the professional development needs of my staff for the coming year, I've seen firsthand the void between the skills proposed as needed for the 21st century and the actual skill levels of many of my teaching colleagues. Our school is in the second year of using Mathletics to assist the development of our children's mathematic knowledge and strategy use. We began 2015 with a staff development session focused on the teachers setting up their classroom and assigning lessons to begin the year. Within the first 5 minutes, a teacher raised their hand and complained to the person leading the session that their login didn't work. The person replied that the login and password were both case sensitive and suggested that the teacher try again. The teacher turned back to their iPad and began to take the protective case off their iPad before complaining once again that the iPad case was extremely difficult to take off, and having to do this just to put their password in was ridiculous. Another staff member had become frustrated that a particular lesson they were trying to play on their iPad wouldn't play, and a pop-up mentioned that a plug-in was needed. The teacher arrived at my office complaining about the fact that despite the plug was in and the switch was turned on, the video refused to play. Whilst these two cases are rare and sit at the extreme end of the issues that staff have, they highlight the lack of knowledge that my colleagues, the same teachers who are responsible for building the digital competence of our students, currently have. We may not know exactly what lies ahead for our students in the future, but we have the advantage of knowing what skills they will need once they get there. Our challenge now is to ensure that we prepare them as best that we can for what they will need.